All right, back at it. Oh, so what am I gonna build? That's a good question. Basically, rough idea is that there's, and I don't even know if this really fits with the theme, but it's basically kind of like a mix of tower defense with like MOBA mechanics, kind of based off this Warcraft 3 mod that I played a long time ago. So you've got the bottom here. Oops, I don't know if that can even be seen. You've got the bottom, like imagine a map here. I know this is really bad, but there's a kind of like some sort of tower at the bottom that is your home base that you defend, and there's shops kind of around it that you can buy different things and do stuff. Anyways, there's spawning points in X many lanes that go up layers that essentially spawn off creatures that come down and attack your base. And so it's basic tower defense kind of stuff. But you walk around, you can attack them and stuff like that. And eventually you gain money as you do it, and you get enough where you can then buy stuff, and then you can eventually get up and take out their spawn points. Well, once you take out the spawn point in that lane, then the next one starts up, and those are much stronger. But of course, they're worth a lot more and stuff like that. So it's a very tight balancing game. And eventually, what you're doing is you're working way up to the top where the bosses are. And then there's some sort of portal up here or something where if you defeat the boss, you win the game. So that's kind of, I think, what I'm going to do. A lot of work to do on that. So I'll try to keep an eye on chat if anyone happens to end up watching, but I'm just going to work, I think. I got my headphones on, so. All right, what do I need to do first? Listen to the money talk. I got headphones on, but you can't hear my music, so. I've set up a boilerplate project here. Not in this one, though, apparently. Oh, yeah, because I opened up 2015. Or did I? That's right. I was going to load it into... Well, anyways. That's just a working title. Oh, Wonder out of mana. I think one of the things I need to do crap. I gotta fix something quick. Okay. Side note there. Oops. Actually, I'll copy it in there. That should blow up. Good. All right. Just need to get a handle on how I'm going to lay this out for this. see if I can add this as a submodule, actually. I do need that lib folder, but I've never done Git submodules before. Not sure what the syntax is. Submodule, add. Well, let's just try. Yeah, it did not work as I expected it to. Try that. In the meantime, Hmm. Weird. Must be tired. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, we should be good there. Phone calls too. I said I've never really worked with Git submodules before, so this is new to me. Fun, new. I've got a lot of links open. Holy crap. Let's get all this down. There. Okay. Then what I'll do, switch that to a branch specifically for this. Oops. I get too many of these Git windows open. Okay. And then we will say within cold steel source, open that on up. Oh. Some of this crap is in here. It isn't really. got an idea. I'll set up a new config here. Okay. Then build for the LD37. I want to change the output folder. To down here. Just bin. All right, and so we should have here, boom, perfect. So then this can add to its references. I've got to get the streamline set up. I mean, I'm building a whole new kind of engine, so it really doesn't. This is all just configuration kind of stuff. But oops, remove that one. We'll add LD37 bin called steel core. Okay. I should rebuild just fine. Good. And then I can add the XC as a reference, actually, which will then output it to the output directory and enable me to actually build my project and run it, presumably. Oh, I need to add cold steel core as a reference to there. Oops. Debug, start external. I'm not gonna do that. I want to go into here. Good, empty, perfect. Just what I should get. It should function. And just to make sure it's working. There we go, perfect. So I'm going to commit all of this, I think. If it'll come on, add that in. Oh, weird. Okay. So what should I work on first is really the question. I need to basically build the terrain. I need to build the player. I think I might build out some models first that don't necessarily have the game play going, more just the actual, like, what is the game going to look like. So I mean, you've got to, I mean, as far as data models and stuff goes, so you've got the concept of a player. They're going to have particular stats. Obviously, they're going to have some sort of, like, just enemy in general at a high level. There's going to be an enemy spawner. There's going to be, well, more than this. Well, we do need a spawn point, but that's going to be some sort of a structure in the game, like a building or whatnot. So the towers, you know, all of those things are buildings. An enemy spawn point is a building, technically, because it can be destroyed. Enemies will destroy the player stuff and that. So this is more of an abstract class. And then we've got the player home base. Whatever that's going to be, we'll call it something later. That's also building. This is the thing that's protected base, we'll call it. So it's the protected base, the base the player is going to protect. Is a building. There will be other buildings too that I need to interact with that aren't going to be destroyable. So maybe that there is a destructible building and an indestructible building. I spelled that wrong. Destructible. Indestructible. Ah, shoot. Indestructible building. Building, which is also an abstract class. And we've got the idea of a shop. and a tower. Of course, you can have towers on both sides, really. I guess it would make sense that you'd have enemy towers and stuff, and the strength of those towers prevents you from just getting to the creeps. So, yeah, I'm getting beyond the creeps. Now an enemy and a player are actors in the world, I guess. I don't really know if I need all these layers. I guess I should probably not guess on the game model so much. Just start thinking about it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do as a player, and some of the stuff that I don't need to worry about, like position and stuff, that's all handled by the game objects, and that is irrelevant. This is more like just statically what I have. So I've got some sort of set of statistics to me. Players got, and so do enemies, commonly have no. Players got health, mana, I'm gonna go with basic MOBA style things. Attack damage is the physical kind of damage you deal. Newsletter, attack speed. Armor pen. Attack power or ability power. think those are the basic and there's movement speed. Okay. So these are all their statistics. Now everything has these, so why don't I just make a class that kind of manages them. Now, players can have inventory slots generally. Yeah. Let's make that. Making individual things for these instead of just an array of 5. And then of course, why is it in an inventory class? Yagni, right? Or keep it simple, stupid. Let's just wait until we need that. Item. Which an item is an abstract thing. The only one for me is you, and you is me, so happy together. I can't seem to love nobody but you for all that. I got music going on in my ears, so. Okay. What does an item have? Basically, an item has a certain cost to it. Or price. Some sort of benefits, obviously, but so it's a modifier for each of these particular stats. Really, this is just a bag of things. So what I could just do is say that the item also has stats, and those stats are basically the multiplier for it. If any. Now some of the things that, like health, I guess you'd plus your total maximum health. So these would be like your max health, max mana, your current movement speed, armor, blah, 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 blah. You need an actual player levels of those stats. So really, what can be, it can be augmented at runtime. Well, everything can be. You figure your attack damage could be reduced, your armor could be increased or buffed, your health could be buffed, your health could be... Yeah, but those are augments on totals. Well... So you've got your stats, but then you've got your like stats in terms of current active values, but those are more something that's augmented. Well, let's look at this from the stats model. Max health. Max mana. Movement speed. You've got armor. So pretty much for every use, you've got like your core you've got a stat, and a stat will have current value. Max or default or not adjusted. So like if you think of D&D, it's like you've got this column and then you've got this column. 10 out of 5 points. What's a character sheet look like? Okay. Let's go with that then. So you've got a public score on a stat. Public int mod. Temp score. Temp mod. So this would be your baseline. This would be your a modifier to your baseline. So baseline, then you add on like items and things like that. They get put into your modifier. Then you have this temp mod, which would be buffs from other people or something like that, some sort of situational thing, or like a potion or something like that. Something that's going to change. Then you've got your temp score, which is your actual fully combined, basically these three things. Sure. Baseline. So that's your baseline. Modifier. Okay, so your health would have on it the active value of whatever you're doing. An active modifier maybe doesn't make sense, so it could be just 0. Baseline value would be your max, and baseline modifier would be like a buff, I suppose. Let's take another one of these. Attack speed. Yeah. Active value would be your baseline. So really no, with health it would be how much damage you sustained. So your baseline modifier would be any sort of things that give you additional health. Your active modifier would be like a hit taken to you, so it'd be like a negative value. And then an active value would be this. So these are actually calculated. The active value takes your baseline value plus your baseline modifier plus your active modifier. Okay, perfect there. Okay, so then these are your stats that you have. Health, mana, movement, speed, armor, blah, blah, blah. And a player has stats. Live and let die. Okay, item slots. Now those affect your stats, so somehow items have to be taken into account into this. Well, that's no big deal. Shoot, it's read only by nature of that I did that. But see, now I can set it, and I don't want necessarily it to be set through. Well, I'm gonna be the one setting it, damn it. Public void set item So when I buy an item, I set it to a slot. Then I say item dot effect stats. But I don't know what that's going to look like yet, so we'll just leave it like that. Void remove item. Kind of a pseudo null. Really, I don't even need to say set item, it's more like add item. And I'm not going to give it a slot, I'm just going to pick whatever slot's open. If any, so item slots. This will probably end up being broken out into its own class at some point in time. Assume that we add some check later to Okay, so that's the basic idea there. Okay. I do have some engine work to do tomorrow, I realize, because okay, so player may get items which when you add it to the player affects their stats, and then when they go out and do stuff, that affects how powerful things are or whatever, and if they die, blah blah blah. Now an enemy too has stats, so really the player and an enemy are the same in many ways, except for some of their stuff doesn't matter as much. Technically destructible buildings have hit points, but I can reuse stat for that, I think. Or just hardcode it there. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do when you start the game is pick of, you know, XYZ characters. Let's just say we're going to have 4 different types, and we're just going to call them shapes at this point in time. You'll have a triangle, a square, or, you know, a diamond and a circle or something like that. And those are the various different kinds of players. They're going to be able to move around the map, buy from shops, etc. So and then, of course, like players, or they call them champions. Actually, I'll call him a champion. This guy's champion too. Okay. So a champion would even be an abstract class. Enemies are an abstract class. Okay. Shops just have items, and okay. We still do have a concept of a player, though. They're the actor that works to buy stuff for their champion or move the champion around, or they're kind of like a director of it. So okay, I don't know if there's much I can do from the model perspective anymore. I need to start putting in game objects. And behaviors. And one of the things I haven't tried yet is to do not sure that would work. Well, maybe it would work. Pre-built kind of game objects. It's just about midnight. I'm wondering if I should hit the hay and get some sleep. Try hit this hard in the morning. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, well, have a good night.